What's the chow chin chow? Lantern Joe here, and welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon Legends ZA Let's Play. In the last episode, we took on the Pokemon that takes away. That was Yveltal. Now, what you will notice from this video is the fact that I am doing post-com for the first half of this video because there was an error during recording. Goddamn OBS. But, yeah. So, this is a post-commentary recording of my actual video. I'm going to start the actual video in a minute. So, what you're hearing is just my audio at this moment in time. And my face. So I will now get to the actual video of me reacting to what I had seen on screen. Okay? It's going to be a bit higgledy-piggledy, but the fact is, this is the only way I'm going to be able to record the first half of this episode. I can't re-record the episode, sadly. And the rest of the episode is good. I just can't give you the first part of the episode. So, here we go. I'm going to skip to, well, actually doing things. So if you return to Hotel Z, you can start the Zygarde storyline. A being that gives and a being that takes. Both actions are vital to the meaning, but in excess, either can destroy it. My memories are still vague. Instinct, yet I know one thing. Long ago, I tried to give too much. But good deeds saw no reward. I willowed in despair and resent, and decided to take everything for myself. Then came Zygarde, a being that seeks to collect the excess, to find modernization, to restore balance. I can only imagine that is why it sought to save me from the one who fired the weapon. I must now ask you to do something. Battle me, so that I may see who you truly are as a trainer. To keep the world in balance. Here I am trying to figure out my team. Well, who I want to start this fight with. I guess I'm not exactly confident. I will mention I made my character look like N for this series of episodes, which is kind of cool, I think. And if you want me to do that with other series of episodes, like I think I did try and make my character look like Ash in the last session of episodes. And in the next session of episodes, I'm trying to make my character look like Red. And if you want me to do that with other characters from the Pokemon anime and manga and Pokemon media, let me know in the comment section down below. I can try and do it. It'll be hard, but I can try. You know, and I know Reshiram isn't a thing in this game. I am aware of that. But I can still make him look aesthetically like N. Because the customization options are there for you, and they're so good in this game compared to what they are in Scarlet and Violet. Are you prepared to battle me? I also noticed my camera is glitching. In the actual commentary, I was also noticing my camera was glitching and stalling during this time. Today it's fine. Today is a new day and it's fine. I even turned my PC off during recordings. I believe that victory was the only meaning that could be found from battle. But I am certain of one thing. I will enjoy battling you. Alright, so N starts off with a Pyro. Like L starts off with a Pyro. I'm dressed as N. L starts off with a Pyro. I switch into Snapper. Snapper gets hit by a Solar Beam, which does serious amounts of damage as I get into Liquidation, which does good damage, but I am hurt from that Solar Beam. We can see that he goes into Energy Ball from his Sludges. I go into Sludge Wave from my James. He used Psychic and Energy Ball. Tried to sub a Calm Mind. I just destroy him with 2 Sludge Waves. Into the Noivern goes L. I switch. He takes me down with a Hurricane, and I switch back into Snapper to go for the Outrage, which does take down the Noivern, but also takes me down. He goes into Sableye, as I switch into Boys. I sets off the Mega Horn, which takes down the Sableye. He goes into his Garboda. Gunk Shot does hurt a bit, but it's okay. He goes and does Rock Blast. I also do Rock Blast, which did decent damage. I switch into my Power Cut here. Power Cut the Emperor. Go for a Charge Thunderbolt, which does take down the Garboda. The only things left now is L's Gyarados, which he will Mega Evolve, which means, in other words, I will possibly Mega Evolve too. Yeah, I Mega Evolve too. I think I may have also explained the moments of invincibility you get from Mega Evolving. If you time your Mega Evolution right, it blocks the move that was going to happen. Sadly, I got off a Volt Switch, but I couldn't get off a Thunderbolt because the fact is, I did do the Thunderbolt, but sadly, it took me down. You know, I got flinched by Ice Fang and Crunch, so I didn't actually get to get off the Thunderbolt. But I did switch into Deathwalker, and Deathwalker just Night Slashes that Gyarados away. Excellent. I can feel the fire in your convictions burning deep within your heart. I have no idea what I'm actually saying in the video. I think that's what I might have been explaining the invincibility moment. This is why we battle. To reach an understanding. Trainer to trainer. Trainer to Pokemon. And Pokemon to Pokemon. I suppose that's why AZ liked you. Wished for the AZ. I suppose that's why AZ, like you, wished for the Battle Royale to continue. 5 years ago, a group of children stood against me in defiance. If I had tried to understand them, perhaps I would have never fired the ultimate weapon. Hello, Zydoge. Zygarde. And he's gone. How curious. I believe it is meant to beckon you to the tower. That is what I can infer from my experience working with Zygarde. What it wants with a fateful place like that, I cannot say. And here I go back to the Pokemon Center to heal up. Which is where I will end off this part of the episode and leave you with the actual video, because the second part of this video actually did save. And so I have the commentary for that. But I don't have the commentary for this first part. So I will now hand you back over to actual Lantern Joe from the actual video. Because I do actually stop the recording here. So, I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Okie dokie, we are back. I hope what I got, the footage I got from that past 10 minutes of video, actually is editable in my video editor in Caden Live. Because OBS has a whole kind of thing where if the recording fails, basically you can't actually use that footage. So hopefully I'm allowed to use that footage, because otherwise I'm going to be in trouble here. But anyway, welcome back. Today we are taking on Zygarde. If I couldn't use that footage, oh my god, I'm going to be so annoyed, because that was such a good battle. And I can't, because I went to a Pokemon Center afterwards and healed, instead of turning it off and going again. Basically, I can't save any of it. Ooh, what do I do here? I want to give you Ice Fang over Slash, and because I can plus it, I could give you Ice Beam, but again, Ice Beam is not physical special. I can give you Ice Beam. That's not a terrible idea. I could give you a Sword Stance for the moment, or Night Slash for the moment in time. What is your... Deathwalker, what is your special? It's not terrible, and you are a plus special nature. But you are trained in physical. I just need to give you the ability to have a physical mint, and you'd be perfect as physical. And I do have this. An Adamant Mint, or Brave Mint. Which would really help Deathwalker. Probably what I'd want to do is Adamant. There we go. So now he's Adamant. Which means in other words it would be a bad idea to give him Ice Beam. No one else can learn Ice Fang. Can anyone learn Ice Punch? You can learn Ice Punch. Ambrose, it's not a terrible idea on you, but it's also not a great idea on you either, because you're more a special attacker. But I know this thing is 4 times weak to Ice, which is why I kind of wanted to have Ice. And I don't have the ability to get Blizzard yet. I don't have that research goal. So let's just go at this and see what happens. So let's go to Lumio's Tower. Will you battle Zygarde? I'm ready for this. I hope I'm ready for this. Zygarde appeared. Oh, this is going to be an interesting fight. Now, yes, you had to fight Zygarde at all his forms. But like a Rogue Mega Battle, there are times when he will be vulnerable. And if you attack him during those times, you will get to stun him. I could do with a full restore right now, actually. Oh, there we go. 10% Zygarde down. But he will have changed forms. 50% Zygarde. And this is why I saved the Mega. And if you lose at any point during this fight, you will have to go again. Okay, he's dizzy. And I'm out of Mega! And when he does that land, well, that's like Core Enforcer. Okay, Crunch. Ice Ring. There we go. 50% done. Oh, the big guy. Ooh, I'm locked into battle. I should probably take a moment to heal. Ah, that's the Z! Damn! Oh dear. And now I'm crouching. Oh dear. Here. Come on, you can do this, boys. I have faith in you. With Core Enforcer, there is, when he makes the Z, basically there's one part of the map that he doesn't, you know, power up, you know, blast. So if you can get to that one part, you won't get hit, but like, it's getting to the one part! So, Legends and Nest Balls. Zygarde deserves to be caught in a nest ball. So this legendary Pokemon has chosen to join forces with the mightiest trainer in Lumiose. The thought of you two combining your power gives me hope for the future of this city. You should have this to allow Zygarde to change forms. The Zygarde Cube! This will allow for 10% form to become 50% form. If his HP drops below half, in a battle, he will transform, as 50% form, he will transform into complete form. In this form, all Zygarde's cores and cells gathered increase Zygarde's power significantly. When Zygarde is in complete form only, can it Mega Evolve? Zygarde can Mega Evolve in complete form only. When Zygarde becomes Mega Zygarde, Core Enforcer, the move, becomes Null Light. When Zygarde used its power, protecting Pokemon from the ultimate weapon, parts of its parts got scattered all in far off places. absorbing the power of those lands and seeking humans who would aid it. And now that I think of it, the moves that Zygarde used in its mega form reminded me of Z moves, like those used in the Alola region. But perhaps I'm reading too much into it. Now it falls on me to ponder, what should I do with the 3,000 years I have to live? Is there something you want to do? There is. To this day, I yearn to create a beautiful world, and yearn to keep it that way forever. I once thought we could achieve such a world by fulfilling the material needs of everyone. I know it's not that simple. It's an old proverb saying, it's good to feed the hungry, but it's better to teach them how to feed themselves. I had focused on solely what I believed to be beautiful and what the world needed, yet I lost sight of how to make it so that people could truly flourish. Thanks to you and your Pokémon, I have learnt my lesson well. It's an outlandish dream, far beyond my reach, but with 3,000 years of time, perhaps I can make it happen. Much like AZ wandered far and wide across the world to search for wet, I too shall travel across the vast reaches in search of ways to create the world I yearn for. When people manage to meet, it is a gift. Even living in some time and place is no guarantee. The fact that we and so many others met, banded together to make Lumiose a better place, that is something we should treasure. Barring some great change, I doubt we will meet again. But I will carry on these lessons with me. Au revoir, my young friend. Wow. That's all I can say to that. Wow. There's only one other thing I can think about doing in today's episode. But I really don't know if I want to do it, because the fact is, I feel like this is enough to end off the episode. I feel like dedicating an entire episode to Zygarde is just the way it should be. So I'm going to end off this episode here. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. The only other thing I could think about doing was the 15th battle of the Infinite ZA Royale, which I'm up to, by the way. I am up to that mission. That is next episode. We will face Tawny in the next episode, and we will deal with that. And if I have time, we'll do the Diancie mission as well. But we'll see how long it takes to face Tawny. But and Urbane. So we'll do that in the next episode. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Join us next time. And I hope that I can get that first part of the video done. I can show you that first part of the video. I'm going to possibly try and edit it now, so I can try and see if I can get it into... to see if I can get it into Caden Live. I don't know if I can, but I'll see what I can do. Anyway, till next time, I'm Lantern Joe. Me to the Pokemon get to Lazar. Everybody get Pokemon. Good night!